تو دروغگویی میهان. اصلاح تاکتیکی نیست. این به درد معامله سیاسی نمیخوره. فقط به درد یه کار میخوره. شهر رو از بین ببره.
ابراهیم
میدونم ازش متنفری، ولی خدایا تو چه روانی هستی؟ چه بلایی سرمون آوردی میهان؟ ببین چی کار کردی؟
offering an olive branch to a nation his predecessor refused to rule out invading. Well, the Home Secretary is with me now. Now, this regional charter for stability, the Prime Minister's talked of a turning point in British relations with Iran. It's been greeted with positive noises across the region, but with all the hostile rhetoric and the near flashpoints of recent months, can there ever be lasting peace with Iran? Can it ever be achieved?
Yes, it can.
I'll call you in a
Prime
minute.
Minister set out his stall when he began a direct dialogue with the government in Tehran. Something which no other Western politician has dared attempt in recent years. Iran and Great Britain are entering a new era with a new relationship based on firm foundations which will prove the cynics wrong.
Well, by the cynics, I assume you mean the Iranian hardliners who want to derail the whole process. But can such strong internal opposition ever be overcome?
Well, Britain and Iran have worked extremely hard to bring us to this point. Between us, we have people in place whose job is to ensure that this opportunity for a lasting peace will not be brought down by violence.
Come on. We've got a meeting to go to. We'll be late.
You're late.
Sorry.
Okay. You're conversant with unfolding events that we may be on the brink of peace with Iran.
Except to bring to some as a precipice to others.
The closer we get, the less we can afford to let anything go wrong. So what's the weather like out there?
So far, Zaf's reports from Tehran only mention expected rumblings from local dissidents. He's going to maintain his position there.
Ross?
Signs are most Iranians want the same accord as we do, but I have set up a meet with an asset. Says he has something for us.
Any idea what?
For all I know, it could be an invitation to his daughter's wedding, but he is a good source.
Follow that up. Adam?
I'm maintaining watch and ward on the Iranian special consul's movements via his wife. It's quiet.
Long may it remain that way. So, go to it.
Adam, she's on her way. She's not what I imagined.
Well, she's half English. The special consul met and married her in London. She's not very popular in Tehran, but he is, so she's tolerated.
Do you think anyone ever comes in here to actually buy a book?
Please. My security detail is outside.
When can I see you again?
You're seeing me now.
You know what I mean.
I wish I could. But next week, I have the glorious total of 1 free evening. And that's only because we're cancelling an engagement.
He plans to go to the country on Thursday.
Adam, that's the night of the Anglo-Persian Forum. Why would he miss that?
An attack in London. Mihan Aznik, Iranian intelligence. A great deal of blood on his hands. Iraqi, European, and Iranian naturally. He's planning a trip to London.
I thought we were all friends now. Under what name, by what route?
We don't know. What we do know, if Aznik's leaving Iran, atrocity's not far behind him.
I'm going to need more on your source.
Look, intelligence on Aznik isn't easy to come by. What we'll establish is this. Tomorrow he leaves Tehran. We know what time, what train. After that, it goes cold.
We already know that Aznik's tried and failed to disrupt this process inside Tehran. If he's coming to London, it's not for the shopping.
Do we have times, places?
All we know is that Aznik's departure is imminent inside the next 24 hours. Beyond that, nothing.
And your source, Ros?
Always reliable so far.
I met with the special consul's wife today, sounding up Bakshi's diary. Anna told me that he's cancelled his appointment on Thursday at the Anglo-Persian Development Forum.
The first fruits of the peace process, which makes it a prime target.
But there's no evidence to link Bakshi with Aznik's cause.
But we do know he might have been ordered out of the city next Thursday, which suggests it could be the scene of the attack.
Get me the Home Secretary, secure line.
The Prime Minister's barely warmed his chair yet, but he's made it abundantly clear that he's the peacemaker. If this lunatic's a threat to all of that, why hasn't Tehran already stamped on him?
He's protected. Operation Greenleaf has exposed the division inside Iranian secret services. The reactionary element, the diehards, are opposed to the peace deal.
Whatever his personal motivation, Aznik is still an agent of the Iranian state. If he attacks London, it means Iran attack London. Mihan Aznik can't be permitted to even step onto British soil, let alone unleash his carnage here. Are we clear? Aznik is about to destroy the peace process with Iran, so deal with him. Over there.
Thanks to Zap, we know that Aznik has not visited any of his known addresses in the last 72 hours, so our best intelligence points to the train he's thought to be taking.
We're going to bomb a civilian train.
Why not a bullet through the head?
The assassination must look like it's part of Iran's internal power struggle. A bomb on a train fits their MO. We leave nothing that leads back to us. Not a single trace of British involvement. You liaise with Zaf in Tehran tonight. You're on the plane in 1 hour. You courier the bomb to Zaf personally.
Anything?
Nothing. If Aznik is on the move, he's doing it in perfect silence.
Well, let's make it permanent.
Subjects boarding the train now.
many people in Asnick's carriage?
Just one or two. It's hard to be sure.
Stay online. Malcolm, have we retasked the satellite over Tehran?
Coming online.
We hit the train here, outside the city, to keep casualties to their absolute minimum.
Okay, it's pulling out of the station.
Hello?
Michael Lord?
Jeff, hi. Yeah. Actually, I was just about to call you. Excellent. No, it's looking good.
Stand by.
Okay, I'll hold.
Roz, the train's losing speed. It's stopping.
What's its position?
Still inside Tehran. There's a second train. That's slowing down too. It's a passenger train coming into Tehran, rerouted. This time of morning, it'll be packed.
He's not taking any chances. He's going to swap trains.
Well, if he wants to lose any tail, he's about to succeed. And if he disappears now, that's it until he attacks London.
Malcolm, how many people on that train?
You're looking at 30 deaths, Harry, possibly 40. All of them civilians.
So you're bought, right?
Harry Pierce, I want to speak to the Home Secretary. I don't care where he is or what he's doing. I need to speak to him now.
The train has stopped.
It's nothing. Hold your nerve.
I'm compromised.
You're not compromised. Maintain position.
To enact an operation on foreign soil is one thing. To kill several dozen civilians in the process is quite another.
The alternative is to permit something much worse.
The loss of British lives.
The loss of the greatest opportunity to put things right in the Middle East that our generation has yet been afforded.
By bombing your way to peace.
And if I'm found with this in my possession, do you know what they'll do to me?
Stay with the vial until it's time to make the switch. Just hold your nerve, Mihan.
Jeff?
This is not to be negotiated. So you go ahead, you do your job, and you swallow it.
Harry?
Proceed with the operation.
Zaf. The train's only a few hundred meters away, so get your head down and go.
Everybody, there's a bomb! So get on your desks!
Detonation confirmed.
I know this is not why any of you joined the service. Well done, everyone.
Casualties?
Nobody's getting close. It's like Area 51 around there.
What's the story with the second train?
The intelligence was imperfect. We think Aznik had planned on making a switch. Look, Zaf, I know it was a difficult call. But the point of the operation was to fabricate an inside job. Make it look like Iranian spies killing Iranian spies. But you warned that whole office what was coming. If that gets back to the wrong people, this entire operation's blown. The consequences of that. If the Iranians discover what we've done.
And what would you have done, Adam?
It's Mihan Aznik. He's still alive.
My name is Mihan Aznik. I'm here to defect. They lied to you. I never made an atrocity. Your intelligence is gravely in error. Why would I detonate a bomb in London? Your country and mine. We actually seem to be getting somewhere. Why should I undermine that?
Because peace doesn't interest men like you.
Men like us, you mean? If so, know yourself for a liar. Because men like us, you know what we are. We are peacemakers. We betray those we love in order to save them. I know you know this. I'm a traitor, a double agent. I've been leaking intelligence. Iran's missile acquisition, her nuclear program.
Working for whom? The Russians? The Americans? Israel?
For peace. And for money.
Whose money?
My handler is codenamed Copenhagen. Copenhagen instructed me to be on a train. As it turns out, there was a bomb in it.
Intended for you?
No. My death was to be entirely incidental. Copenhagen had another motive for destroying the train.
What do you mean, Mihan? Who's Copenhagen?
Take me to London. Today. No. And I will explain.
I don't think Aznik had any intention of attacking London. Somebody used us to take him out.
Why?
I don't know, but if he's running to us, his mortal enemies, then he's scared.
Of whom exactly?
He claims his handler's codenamed Copenhagen. Now let's assume for a second that he's not lying. That means Copenhagen was able to manipulate MI5 into doing his dirty work. Which means we urgently need to establish who he's working for.
And his agenda.
We're not going to achieve that without bringing him in. Harry, they've already closed all the airports and the official border crossings. But Zaf's organized a plane from Turkey.
Bring him in.
Scenes of panic and confusion throughout the streets of Tehran today. It is proving unusually difficult to get any hard information about the blast. The army have thrown a cordon around the entire area and are preventing access to both press and the public. From my position here on the roof of our hotel, I can see fleets of ambulances streaming away from the site of the explosion, where a huge plume of smoke still hangs in the air. The unusual way that the army are dealing with this latest catastrophe certainly does mark it out as unique. The question is, why? Why are the authorities treating this particular incident so differently? And why the news blackout?
They've thrown a massive cordon sanitaire around the train.
They're erecting field hospitals. Far more capacity than can be explained away by a modest bomb blast. Old friend, I think we've got a big problem. This is ears only, okay? I'm stretching my discretionary powers to the limit here. Mid-1980s, we sold bioweapons to Saddam. A little deniable doomsday package for use on Tehran, if it should become expedient.
What sort of bioweapons?
Strain E34. This is bad stuff. Incubates in 18 hours. After that, the carrier coughs up blood. He infects anyone he comes near. All this stuff does, it kills people. And I think Maybe your guy in Tehran just blew open a case of it.
Zav! The comms are down. We must have been hit by a magnetic pulse weapon. It's knocked out the electrics.
Turn around! Turn around!
Back to the airport, now! What happened? The electronics are dead. We were hit with a pulse weapon. EMP, HMP, maybe? It must be Copenhagen's men trying to recover Asnik.
How the hell did Iran get hold of it?
Come on. Borders like the Wild West. Some Iraqi general wants to retire to Dubai. Some scientist's got it buried in his backyard. He's after making a buck.
How can you be sure it's E34?
Who's sure? We're applying Occam's razor here. You got a cordon sanitaire in Tehran. You got NBC suits. No sign of radiation leakage. So we got to be looking at bioweapons. Who supplied the only known bioweapon in the area? We did. Run down the checklist. Chances are this is our baby.
How very proud you must be.
I need to say something.
Not now.
Yes, now. I think I'm sick. I think I'm very sick.
As far as we're aware, we picked up every last cubic ounce of E34. So, smart money says the Iraqis managed to culture this strain. And if they did that, they probably also pimped it a little.
Pimped it?
Tinkered around. Modified it.
Modified it how much?
Enough.
I was infected when the train exploded. I planned to be in quarantine long before I became infectious.
How long? How long before that happens?
I'm not infectious until I cough blood.
You telling me you don't have a cure for this thing?
Harry, I'm telling you, the chances are no one does.
This thing, it's an abomination.
Turn left here. We've got to get to a safe house.
Roz.
Harry, my source, Manny. There's no sign of him, not at the rendezvous, at home, work. He's either disappeared
Or he's been disappeared. Listen, Roz, the point of all this wasn't to assassinate Asnik. Asnik's a patsy. Somebody used him and us to release a biological weapon in Tehran.
Or what?
Somebody wants to comprehensively wreck any prospect of long-term peace with Iran. Asnik wasn't supposed to survive the train bomb, but he did. Now there's every chance he's infected with the virus. 18 hours after exposure, he becomes contagious. That gives us 2 hours to prevent an outbreak that will kill tens of thousands of people. So contact Adam and Zaf. Get Asnik into quarantine. Immediately.
Lost power. Shit.
The car's armor plated. We stay inside until we've assessed their numbers and position.
Armor plating is no good against a rocket-propelled grenade.
Yeah, thanks for that, man. We stay, we go. Neither option's perfect. Scott, try to make it back to the others. See if you can call it in somehow.
Got it.
It was a double tap from an automatic weapon.
Classic special forces. He's down. Take Asnik. Head north. Get back to the airport. We'll go south.
Got it.
You ready? Let's go.
Get up. It's self-corrected.
Oh, God.
Get yourself checked out by a medic before reporting back here. That's an order.
Where are they?
They were ambushed. Both Asnik and Zaf were taken.
By who?
Some kind of snatch squad. Well-equipped, well-trained, possibly Copenhagen, working the scent. Now, putting aside our concerns for our fellow officer, we know that Asnik is carrying a highly contagious virus. If we don't find him within the next few hours, then that pathogen will break free from its host and start spreading across London. And the only option will be national quarantine and burial pits. We need to find Asnik. Special Consul, thank you for meeting me.
Pleased to meet you again, Mr. Pierce.
Harry, please, and likewise. This catastrophe, obviously the nature of it is somewhat of an embarrassment to Tehran, and less than fortunate given the improving relationship between our two countries. We have to face the fact that there will be a lot of rhetoric from the United Nations and the United States.
Rhetoric? There will be renewed sanctions and weapons inspections.
And the intelligence services. Yours, ours, all of them on high alert. But it's due in no small part to your own efforts that we came very close to something momentous. And I'd like to suggest that you and I try to minimize this new tension and avoid any misunderstanding.
Thank you for your message. But you will forgive me if I have no assurances to offer in response. Not today, when we're still counting the dead.
Adam.
I'm fine. Last time I was with Asnik, he was asymptomatic, which won't be true for long, so we need to find him before he infects Zaf. What have we got?
Nothing. Special branch is searching all buildings in a 5-mile radius. There's no CCTV footage, nothing from the local speed cameras. All we've got is this. Zaf's phone self-corrected and rebooted for a few moments.
This operation must have been put together in a hurry. The tactics, the equipment used, these men were mercenaries. Go in close on the final image.
I've already tried. The ghillie suit's perfectly standard. He's wearing camo paint under the ski mask. He doesn't speak. There's nothing to go on.
What's that? It's a grenade. How close can you go? Centre on the firing pin. This here, look. Can you clean that up?
It'll take some time.
Not too much time. This could be the only link to these mercenaries, which means our only way to get to Zaf.
Anna.
Peter.
I've just seen the news. How are you?
How do you think? To see Iran get so close and then to see it thrown away again by men of violence.
Do you think it could be true? Germ warfare?
It hardly matters, does it? All that matters is more people are dead.
I hate to hear you like this, but it's really busy for me here at work. Do you think we could meet maybe later? I mean, we need to talk about this.
How can I?
Okay, I understand. If you change your mind, just call me, okay? Moochie's in. She'll tell me anything.
The trouble is, Adam, she doesn't know anything.
Mr. Bakshi?
They don't know what the hell happened. They don't know how the virus came to be on the train. They don't know that we blew up the train.
Well, that's something. Because if the world learns we unleashed a bioweapon in Tehran, the consequences will be catastrophic. But God help us if anyone discovers you brought that virus back with you. Thousands lying dead on the streets of Britain.
You gave the order which killed 40 people, and now your sole concern is to pass the blame on to...
My sole concern is the people of this country.
Home Secretary, intelligence gathering is a game of imperfect information. We can guess at our opponent's moves, but we can't be sure we've made the right guess until the game is over.
Oh, this game is over now, Harry. You run this thing into the ground, stop it dead, before it stops us.
Malcolm?
I've got it. It's a smoke grenade. Manufactured in Switzerland. Main batch was brokered in Helsinki via bogus companies in Chicago and Delaware. But the end user is this man, Nick Ronson, owner of Strategic Force, a private security company.
Katie? Katie?
I let myself in, Nick. Hope you don't mind. Don't go tripping any alarms, Nick. I won't be here long enough. Come on, be nice. I made coffee.
Who are you?
No names, no pack drill.
Security services, then. What flavour?
Friendly, for the moment. Late yesterday or early today, you chartered out a snatch team. Rush job. I need you to contact them and I need you to bring them in. Nick, I really wish I had time for niceties, but I don't. Contact your team, bring them in.
It's a weaponized virus. It mimics pneumonic plague. You're all infected. And it's gonna kill you.
The team's being led by Angus Leonard, Special Forces. Good man, actually. Yesterday, I got a call.
By whom?
An old contact. Albanian. I assumed it was a, Albanian thing. But this isn't an Albanian thing, is it?
Contact Leonard, bring him in. Straight in. He and his team stay in that truck. They contact nobody. You do as I say, you and Leonard walk away.
Fine.
He's dying. And by now, so are we. Whoever hired you knew they were exposing you to this. They were trying to kill you. Pick your enemy. The people expose you to this. Or MI5.
Harry, I'm in Ronson's flat. It was definitely his team.
So who hired them?
Some go-between. Albanian. It'll be a little while before I can give you any more.
So what happened?
Sniper.
Who?
Could be the mercenaries covering their tracks, the Iranians, Copenhagen, and Norman Tabernacle Choir. Any news on the mercenaries?
We've been looking into Angus Leonard. I can tell you that his service record is excellent and this isn't his usual kind of job. Other than that, there's nothing of much use.
Okay, we can't get to the mercenaries directly, so we need to get to the people who hired them. That could be Copenhagen, it could be the Iranians. We know Bakshi's attending a charity event today. Get me likely routes from the embassy to the venue.
Got it.
No way. You'll lose your source. The wife.
Right now we have two priorities. Getting Zaf back and getting that virus off the streets. We lose a few resources on the way, so be it.
What's going on?
Pull over, Tadeo.
Mr. Bakshi, my name is Adam Carter. I'm an officer of the British Security Services. Please open the door.
I have something to say.
Well, get in and say it.
I'm asking you for all our sakes to return our officer alive before you make a mistake that can never be undone.
You are in Iranian diplomatic territory now. This is Iran, Mr. Carter. Iran does not respond well to invasion. Now, please, leave. Drive on.
We lost your source at the embassy. Was it worth it?
Did you plant the device?
Yep.
Then it was worth it.
Yes. Apparently, there's been some aggressive operation in London. Something of strategic value has been stolen and they've got an officer down. It might have something to do with what happened in Tehran. Yes. Find out anything you can.
So it wasn't the Iranians?
No.
You blew your source. The Iranian special consul's wife, now useless to us, worse than useless. She's now a liability.
It wasn't working out. Look, I know this is going to cause problems.
Problems?
It was a studied risk.
You forced your way into Iranian diplomatic territory. Best case, he wants your head on a stick. Worst case, you may have linked us to the bomb in Tehran, which under no circumstances can we afford.
We had to move quickly.
Precipitously.
And because we did, we know it wasn't the Iranians that hired the mercenaries. It was Copenhagen.
Whoever
which
Copenhagen
also means
might
that Zaf
be.
and Asnik are still in play. They're still out there somewhere.
It's incubating inside you right now. In a few hours, you'll be wishing to God you listened to me. The only way to survive this is MI5.
Do you have anything? Please? You must have something. For a pain.
I'll still need my money.
You'll get your money.
Robinson was about to access information from it.
This is a biometric security matrix. It's fingerprint recognition. If I log on without that fingerprint, it'll destroy the hard drive.
Which is why I brought this along. To point you in the right direction.
I'll go and fetch some tweezers.
Ross, something you should see.
You've got 1 hour to free up £30 million and produce a vaccine for this disease. Enough for 8 men. Don't waste time. Don't try to find us. We'll make contact in 60 minutes.
Joe, can you locate them, source this message?
They're too proficient. I've isolated elements of the ambient soundtrack, hoping for some positional indices.
Any idea which airport?
None of them. It's a recorded loop.
They know exactly what we're looking for. Exactly which blind alleys to lead us down.
Asnik's lethal. 30 million, small change.
Money's not a problem. The vaccine is. We don't have it. It doesn't exist.
They don't know that. Let's give them a fake one.
They'll kill you when they find out.
Well, come on, what choice do we have?
Send one officer. Send more than one officer, and everyone dies. Including me.
Good luck.
Thanks.
You scared?
Do I look scared?
Look at him.
You couldn't have known about any of this, Ross.
It's my job to know.
No. It's your job to assess. You assessed, and we took appropriate action. Besides, I'm the one who brought this thing back. How do you think that makes me feel?
Embarrassed.
Yeah. So I'm going to contain this thing. I'm going to find Zaf. I'm going to find Asnik. And after that, we sit down, you and I, and we work out who did this to us.
Fake antidote. Good luck.
Your bag. Okay, strip. Shoes first.
The false vaccine was loaded with smart dust, tiny transmitters smaller than a grain of sand, activated by body heat. As soon as they inject themselves, we'll get a fix on their position.
So what's their effective life?
About 3 minutes.
So until they inject themselves, we've no idea where they are?
None.
Out. Move. Stand there. Phone.
Catch.
I'm going to give you details to a bank account. Into this account, instruct your boss to deposit the money.
Not without proof of life.
Asnik, is he alive?
Just.
Give me the details.
Adam. Harry. Transfer the money into the following account.
Right, into the truck.
No. No, that's not what we agreed. You've got your money. Now give me Asnik and my officer. I don't care who you are. I just want to stop this virus from spreading.
Get up now. Move. Now, I want to believe this is a vaccine because I don't want to die. Not like that. Trouble is, you know that, don't you? So if I injected you with it, what would happen? You wouldn't die, would you?
Got them. Joe, they're on the move. They've turned into Bankford Road. That's 2 miles from you, northeast.
Okay, Bankford Road.
There'll be at least 7 of them, so they'll either be in a van or a truck.
Yes, I've got their signal.
What are you doing? Get out of the way. Get up.
What are you doing? Don't. He'll infect everyone he passes. We won't be able to control him. You'll be killing thousands of people.
I'd rather have MI5 out there looking for him than looking for me.
Don't! Don't do this! That man needs to be quarantined now! Right now!
Joe, the signal's fading. You've got about a minute.
Okay, I'm half a mile away.
I warned you. I want to make us your enemy.
You stupid bastard! You stupid bastard! Grenade!
Shoot me. And I'll let go of the firing mechanism. You go up. And so does the vaccine.
Sir.
It's all right, mate. Back off. Back off! I don't think I'll hesitate.
Okay. What now?
You let him go.
Pull over. You heard him. Go.
We need to sneak off the streets and quarantine before it's too late. Your priority is the safety of the people out there. Go, Adam. Go!
He lives. Or I come for you. We all come for you.
Joe, can you trace them?
Yeah, they're turning into North Light Road.
Malcolm, have we got CCTV of North Light Road?
North Light Road, here it is. Adam's been injected with the smart dust.
He's calling Asnik's name. Asnik's free. He's in the wind.
We've lost him.
So it's finally happened. After 300 years, a plague is loose on the streets of London.